Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's show, the Beautifully Bruised and CPS show. I am your host, Latrika Jones, and I'm so happy that you have tuned in today. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Good Friday, right? This is Good Friday, okay? We have made it to another end of a week, a work week, and I'm hoping that your week has been very productive and you've been able to accomplish many things, or at least closer than where you were at first with getting things done, right? I assure you that I know I've said this before, but I will not be in front of you long today. Okay. I just want to come on and share some information that I received that I think is something that can be helpful and useful to you in some kind of way. Really, like I say today, my main objective is, and I don't want to keep moving the screen too often, just trying to get a good focus here. But I just want to come on here and to tell you my message for today. I get straight to the point. It's basically keep your kids out of the CPS system with all you have, with all your might, with all your strength, with all your knowledge, with all your access to resources that can help you fight CPS. And I do mean as far as with legal representation, right? I do know anyone that knows my story, it took more than me, okay, in my family to get us to fight this giant, which is called CPS. Okay. It is something like you've never experienced before, and I assure you that it's not normal. I am not, again, an attorney. I am not a wise legal attorney, but I am a wise mother that have went through CPS, and I survived CPS, and I overcame CPS by the grace and mercy of God. And with that being said, I've had people say, I look forward to what you say when you always thank God in the morning, but sometimes it can come across redundant. But I do look forward to it. To each their own. That's all I can say. I know what I've been through in life. I know that I've been through a lot of things really that should have took me out, if I be honest with you. But by the grace and mercy of God, I am still able to sit here in my right mind with health and strength to say that I'm grateful to have overcame all that the enemy has sent my way. And I'm not going to sit in front of you and say it was all the enemy. Some was due to some of my decisions. Probably wasn't the best of decisions, if I be honest. So I am not ashamed of God. And again, that is who I am. I know what I've been through. I know what I still go through. And I know I'm work in progress. Okay. And I give my credit to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because if he had not intervened in a lot of great ways, again, I could not be sitting here in front of you. It's been enough I've been against that should have took me out. But by his grace and mercy, he didn't see it fit. And I am able to sit here today and be able to share with you my story. Okay. So I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed to tell you, yes, I've been through CPS cases. Yes, I've been through domestic violence relationships. Yes, I've been in toxic, unhealthy relationships. I've been through enough that, again, that have became very violent, that it should have took my life, but God spared my life because he knew, I believe, that he could trust me to get in front of this camera and share the truth and share that he is the reason why I survived. And even with my CPS case, I do know everything that was done to me, and even my attorney shared with me everything they're doing to you is not working. There must be a God that's listening to your prayers. There must be a God that's going in front and standing in front of you. And I assure you, my very final hearing of my CPS court case, I heard God tell me, I've already been in that courtroom. I've already walked down that hallway that you're getting ready to enter into those CPS court chambers. Just go. Was I nervous? Absolutely. I was shaking like what you call a tail feather. I was shaking like you couldn't even imagine. I was very, very uncertain of what I was getting ready to enter into, especially by being the very final case, which is going to determine where my child will live the rest of their life. So I was extremely nervous, but I do know I heard a very small, still voice that said, I am with you. I have already entered into that courtroom. I've already went where you're getting ready to go, and you can go because I have already cleared the atmosphere. I have already, what the devil meant for evil, I have turned it for your good. And that's why I was able to walk in that courtroom. And that's why before that final hearing, the judge did tell CPS to return that child, which is my child, back home where he belonged. And he's been here ever since. So that's why I give all glory to my God, to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Okay, it is a reason behind my testimony. I'm not just up here talking just to be wasting breath. I'm not up here to be talking because there's not nothing I have to do. I am up here to hopefully share the truth, which is the gospel, which is a true living word that can help you and set you free and get you right and your mind right and your kids back home where they belong. Okay, and with that being said, it brings me to my videos that I was asking Grace. Thank God she was able to prepare to show on the show today, of CPS children that's living in CPS custody. So again, without any further ado, there are going to be 3 different videos. So please tune in. It's not only one, but I do believe these are videos that will actually help to paint a picture and go inside with CPS custody and some of these neglected foster homes and where some of the CPS children are going into, just to give you a glimpse of what this is like. So Grace, without any further ado, if you don't mind, if you can please share the first video. And this is a video again of where children are living at and foster cares in Texas.
Good morning. Happy Saturday, good people. I know I'm looking a little tired right now, but my phone was ringing off the hook with children from across this state of Texas that's in CPS custody. They have been calling me, sending me videos, sending me pictures and things that is happening while they in care. So I guess I'm the next CPS hotline now. Okay, so for those children, any other children that are out there, I am opening up this invitation. Call me on my cell, 832-291-9995. Send me what you have. I will be the first line of defense for you. Okay? I accept the responsibility. Bye.
Okay. That is one of the reps here in Texas that have been receiving footage of families that's fighting CPS where their children have been placed in foster care. And unfortunately, the foster care homes that is showing is foster care homes that seem to be neglecting these children, where these foster parents are being compensated for caring for these children that are obviously not being properly cared for. So I have a second video that I would like to share to give you the glimpse of these types of foster homes. Again, that is a video of foster care homes that are obviously being neglected as far as what CPS requires for families to have, biological families or caregivers, to have a decent, presentable, safe, clean home. And this is actually where they're taking children from families that's being victims to CPS and placing them in these type of foster homes and these type of locations. And obviously, I don't know if you were able to see what I see, but there's obviously some neglect that's taking place. And it's sad to me that they are getting compensated for bringing our children in these type of unclean, unsafe environments. And obviously there is a problem. And this is the reason why this particular person, I do believe, has stepped onto the scene to try to address what's needed to help protect these children from going in these type of neglected environments. And I do believe CPS has a lot of explaining to do. I do believe that there is definitely someone that needs to be held accountable for allowing children that are going into these type of environments. And from what I'm seeing, these environments are probably even worse than probably from the homes that they were snatched out of. So, because I know, looking at these environments, I mean, clothes are all over the floor. You see paint and peelings and dirt and dirty dishes all in the sink. I mean, just blinds are torn up at nighttime. The blinds are open. You can see through the house. I mean, it just does not seem like a safe place where children should be residing, right? So again, the title of my story today is Keep Your Kids Out of These CPS Broken, Corrupt Systems. Okay, this is one example of how they're taking children out of your custody and placing them in CPS custody in some of these neglected foster homes. And this is in the state of Texas that I am referencing to, because I live in Texas, right? But I do know that Texas is not the only state that are receiving these type of unfortunate situations where children are not staying in healthy, safe environments when they're being placed in CPS care, that they're therefore, once they're in CPS custody, they're placing these children in foster homes that are neglected like this, and CPS are paying these. This is a picture we just shown. It's literally a foster home. They're being compensated to take care of these children, and look at the environments that they're keeping them in. Where is the money going? Is my question. Okay, where is I've always been told, if you want to find out the truth about something, follow the money. Okay, follow the dollars, follow where the money is going into, and that's going to help trace and track what's really going on and who's over this operation, and allowing this type of neglect to take place. To me, it's defeating the purpose. Why take a child out of an environment of their biological family and place them in a family they don't even know, where obviously they're getting not being treated as being treated right as well? What is the purpose of that? Okay, so statistics have shown that normally a child or children are better off in with their biological families, just providing the family, if you see fit, with the necessary adequate resources to help those families, versus disrupting a household and dividing a household and taking the children out with their biological families and placing them in a foster care family who they have no idea who these people really are. And as you can see by the example of the video footage, that a lot of times these children are being worse off and neglected by placing them in these foster care with these foster care families. And statistics have proven a child 9 times out of 10 is better off with their biological families, just provided adequate, or if necessary, resources to help those families with those children, versus uprooting these children and placing them God knows where in environments of pictures that we just seen with the previous foster family picture. These are where these children are being placed. And she also went on to say that she's receiving phone calls from children that have been taken away from their families and placed in these foster care neglected environments. And they're the ones that she's speaking to, and they're letting them know that they're not being treated fairly. They're not being treated right. And a lot of times these children sadly are running away. They're on the run from these foster homes, because why? As you can see, some of the care is not being provided and it's obviously being neglected. So children are choosing to run away from these foster care homes. And she have shared that she is actually speaking to the kids, and they're actually sending footage from inside these foster homes and how bad the care and the treatment that they're receiving. And I think it's nobody know more better than someone personally that's going through it themselves. Okay, so with that being said, again, this is CPS foster care that have placed these children in foster care homes that are being neglected. And sadly, again, this care occurs all over the country, all over different United States, different places, Chicago, Texas, you name it, Florida, California, obviously. No one is being discriminated, okay? It's just different things happen at different times with different people. Some cases are more severe and worse than others, okay? So with that being said, this is not just a Texas problem. This is a United States of America problem in my personal experience. So again, I must share that I am no attorney, but I am a mother who have survived and overcame CPS, and I know personally what it's like to go through it. And by the grace and mercy of God, God allowed me to come out of it, to share my story, to hopefully encourage and help others to bring their children out of this vicious, corrupt system as well. And I am only speaking to CPS workers that neglect and who lacks integrity. Okay, if you do not have integrity and you're working for CPS, and the most important things to you is money, power, and politics, and you get an incentive check, yes, I am directly speaking to you. But if you are someone, and I do know there are people that works for CPS that really has good intentions, that cares about reunifying their children back with the parents. And, if you're doing that, kudos to you. Thank God for you, because you're actually doing your job and you're helping these children to come out of some of these vicious, corrupt, horrible living environments that we just previously shown. Okay. So we thank God that you're doing your job and you're doing your job with integrity. And with that being said, again, I cannot emphasize enough, if you really love your children, if you really want your children out of the system, faith without works is dead. Okay. You can talk all day. Talk is cheap. It's going to take action to fight against this CPS giant. And obviously, they do not play fair. Okay. And I can assure you, it is normally going to take legal representation. I know it's not cheap. Trust me, been there, done that, got a t-shirt and a cap and a backpack. It took me literally putting my house up. It took me literally selling my assets. And it literally took majority of everything I had. But guess what? When I hired wise legal representation, I assure you, it made a huge difference in my case. And before I knew it, my child was returned back home where he belonged. Okay. So just thinking you're going to sit up all day and just talk about this, and you're just going to make posts about it, and and you're just going to just do things without hiring legal wise representation. Stop wasting your time. It's going to take you to take action. And you need to put what they say, put your money where your mouth is. It's going to take action for you to be able to see a change and a difference. You can talk to these people all day long. They do not care. These people are not coming to play fair. And guess what? CPS is a giant. It is a government that has many thousands of dollars, if not more, supporting their narrative of trying to take their kids away from you. So you can sit and play on it all day, all you want, but you go look up, your kids are going to be gone. So again, at the end of the day, you can cry wolf all you want, but until you take action and to really make sure you're making a difference in your case, your family's case, or whomever that's a victim of CPS, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see a difference. Yes, you can get a pro bono attorney, but I assure you, been there, done that too. They're not going to work your case like you're literally paying for someone to take out time to do the research, to present the discoveries and everything that goes along with a wise legal counsel. I'm telling you, you get what you pay for. My mom have always told me that. I don't care what it is. So anything 9 times out of 10 that comes free, you're not really probably going to get effective work that you're looking for and that you're actually going to need to fight your CPS case. So I just want to assure you, some things are worth the sacrifice. Did I want to spend the money to do what I had to do? Absolutely not. But did I want to get my child out of that vicious, corrupt CPS system? Absolutely, I did. So again, I just want to share with you, don't think you could just sit down and cry wolf and your children are going to be returned home. No, they will not. Most likely CPS know that you're not going to hire legal representation. They know you're not going to do the work. So therefore, they're going to proceed moving forward with getting your rights terminated as a parent. So if you really care, your actions should show that. Don't just talk about it, but be about it. That's just the way I see it. I'm being honest. I'm being upfront today. I'm sorry. Maybe the truth hurts, but sometimes you need to be heard. You need to be told the truth from a different point of view, from a different perspective, because I'm not telling you something I hadn't been through. I'm telling you something I've walked through and I've came out of it. So it's up to you at the end of the day what you want to do. And eventually people can tell when you're just talking the talk, but you're not willing to walk the walk. And the word the Bible say, faith without works is dead. That means that you cannot be praying and hoping for something, but yet and still you're not willing to do the work on your part. It takes you, it takes someone else, it takes a village to raise a child. So why not do the work? If you really care like you say you do, your actions should show that. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So with that being said, that is going to bring us to the very last video that I want to share to give you more advice about and show you what CPS is doing.
Hey everybody, it's your good old buddy Dr. Matthews real quick. Let me just say this right fast. I'm waiting on retaliation from Texas CPS and Texas Department of Health and Human Services. I'm waiting on it because I'm about to expose what y'all doing to our children. Them babies, I got kids that's in CWAP telling me stuff. I got kids that's on the run telling me stuff. You better get ready because I'm waiting for you to retaliate. All I'm going to say is this: Title IV, federal funding. And I'm going to say one other word: Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. And that's all I'm going to say. So you feel froggish, jump.
Okay. I also want to say thank God for people that is finally standing up and speaking up against the neglect that CPS is doing to a lot of our families that's in CPS custody. I thank God for people taking the initiative. Again, faith without works is dead, right? You can talk all day, but talk is cheap. Action speaks louder than words. My mom have always taught me that. Trika, don't look at what they tell you, look at what they show you, because that's who they really are. Okay. And that's what it really is. And I've never seen that to be a lie. So with that being said, I thank God for more exposure that's exposing CPS, the ones that lacks integrity, that's in it only for the money. And again, I always say, if you really want to know the truth of something, follow the paper trail, follow the money trail. And that's going to tell you a lot of details that you need to know with what's really going on. So again, if you are someone that lives in the state of Texas, and some of this you've been a victim to CPS, and you're noticing that some of the things that you've seen today has been occurring, or if you know someone, please share this video with that person. She is asking you to call her directly, and she is going to be looking into the case for you to see what she can do to possibly help you in any form, shape, or fashion. Okay. And this is only for the state of Texas, but from my knowledge, there are other states that's working on certain things as well. If you know someone that is also trying to help other states with this type of situation, please call in. Please like, share, subscribe, tag, pass this video on to someone that could be of help. Again, you never know who's a victim to CPS, and it's more people than you really recognize and realize. So please, being sharing wisdom and knowledge, you never know how that could really help someone in what they're going through. Okay. So with that being said, that is going to bring me to the end of our show segment today. I'm hoping in some shape, form, or fashion that this can be useful for you or someone you know that might be currently dealing with CPS and need help. Hopefully this can bring some type of clarity to what really goes on in CPS custody. It's not what you think it is, and it's not a normal situation. That's why I tell people to fight to the best of your might to get your children out of this broken, corrupt CPS system. And thankfully, if your children is not in the system, I'm praying that you're doing everything necessary to keep them from going into the system. So without any further ado, if there's not any other questions or concerns, I do want to wish you a happy Resurrection Day. I know we're getting ready to approach Easter this weekend. I thank God that Jesus got up off that cross for people like me and you to give us a second chance of every day. There's brand new grace and mercy that I know I need in my life, and I'm sure you need in yours, especially dealing with CPS. And I hope all the kids have a happy, safe Easter and enjoy eating a lot of, well, I won't tell you eat a lot of candy because, I know that comes with cavities, right? But I hope you enjoy your Easter egg hunts. And again, like I say, do not put a period where there should be a comma. Why? Because God is not done writing your story. So please continue to keep God first. Stay safe, everyone. Until our next show, have a great weekend.